Hi, I'm Ben with Apt, and today we have the HP Envy 34A010. It's an all-in-one desktop computer, and it has an ultra-wide display. So these types of displays have become really popular the past couple of years for a number of reasons. But it's a 34-inch diagonal display. It has a 3440 by 1440 resolution. And with that ultra-high resolution, you get really fine detail in your images, as well as great color reproduction and great viewing angles from the IPS panel that's inside of here. So moving on to the actual look of the computer itself, it's pretty impressive. It's this huge display that's sitting in front of you. It has this subtle curve which kind of envelops and wraps you into it. On the front you have these two speaker bars. On the edges you have your speakers. They're made by Bang Olufsen, and they're actually very high quality for how thin this display is. We tested it out here in the studio, and it's really an immersive type sound that really helps to fit with that curve. So the front of the display has a black plastic finish. It's kind of a matte finish. It doesn't really provide any glossy or any glare reflecting off of it. And you get a matching black keyboard and black and white mouse that are wireless and run on batteries. If we move around to the back, you have the whole panel back here that's curved, but it's kind of a brushed metal type finish, but it's also made of plastic. And you have a heatsink that runs along the entire top. So moving down to the bottom here, we have a two-piece chrome stand. So there's one on each end, and the stand is a really cool feature of this because it allows you to do a tilt adjustment, but not a height adjustment. So if you're one of those people who likes to work at a standing desk, or you like to kind of stand up and sit down when you're working, this will provide a 25-degree tilt. So it's going to provide you a great viewing angle from whether you're standing up or sitting down. So on the back, we have an HDMI in and an HDMI out. With the screen this big, if you wanted to watch a Blu-ray or a DVD and you had one of those players, you could hook it up to here via that HDMI in. Or if you wanted to watch Netflix on here and play it to your TV, you could use your HDMI out for that as well. So you have two USB 3.0s, two USB 2.0s, an Ethernet port, a power port, and then on the bottom you have another USB 3.0, a USB 3.0 charging, which if you wanted to charge your cell phone, you could kind of plug in your cord down here and leave your cell phone on the desk and have it charge right there. And you also have a 3-in-1 SD card reader. Then on the far right-hand side, or my right-hand side of the monitor, there's going to be a headphone / microphone in jack. And so if you wanted to hook up headphones or a microphone, you could do that as well. So on the opposite end, we have 4 buttons. One controls input, one controls screen settings, one controls your volume, and one controls power. So all those buttons are tactile buttons, and you can find them on the other side. Another cool feature about this computer is its camera. It has an Intel RealSense camera. It's a 2-megapixel webcam, and it also shoots 1080p video. But the RealSense technology is something that Intel has developed, and it's pretty unique. It's kind of a 3D motion tracking software that you can use to interact with your computer. So if you have different apps that use the RealSense technology, you can kind of play games and move things around without having to touch your keyboard or your mouse. So on the inside, this has a 6th generation Intel i5, and that's a quad core. You have NVIDIA GeForce 960A graphics, and it has 12 gigs or 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, depending on how you get it configured. Additionally, you have a 1 terabyte hard drive, and it runs Windows 10. So this isn't a professional grade workstation by any means, but it should have enough power for any of your casual video or photo editing needs, or anything that's kind of more intensive on the processor. So that's the HP Envy 34A010. Be sure to check it out at apt.com. We have all the different configurations available. And if you like our videos, be sure to like, comment, or subscribe on our YouTube channel for more upcoming content.